Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more me being back on my bullshit about the lore of Elden Ring. Last time, let's see, we got our whole way back through Castle Sol, getting to the very back of the castle, managing to acquire the other half of the Hollig Tree symbol. So, I was like, I actually had a moment, I'm like, why am I making no noise? I forgot I still had Crepus's vial equipped. Quite a useful item. So, what you do is you come to Rolled, hoist medallion, hoist secret medallion. Alright. And this will take you somewhere very different than the first time. Though it's interesting to note that on the Hollig medallion, the tree is not yet fully grown, yet when we get there, you'll see that it is much larger. And unlike the previous two times, we'll come to somewhere very different. This time, we're lifted up into a crypt, an underground seeming area. And note, there's nothing behind us. This whole place, the limits of the... there's nothing behind you. This place is absolutely hidden. So the exact location of this place is actually one of those cases where you truly don't know where you are. And adorably, yes, some people still... I remember there was some glitch at one point where supposedly you could ride Torrent in that main room. And you can see there's lots of bloodstains already. But remember my rule, we're underground. Pull out your blunt damage. Hidden path to the Hollig Tree. And my oh my, ere will we see what is here. Are you ready? Yeah. Are we? We'll have to see. Try underground. Good luck, oh good luck. Yeah. Yeah, it's an underground path, or at least it's a crypt. And as you can see, the beast eye quivers. So there is something truly nasty and undead here. And we can see Biomilitia is here as well. Ooh. You know, I hadn't gotten a back attack with this. That is pretty brutal. And yeah, there's something up there as well. But there's also this path ahead. So, we can keep exploring. Yeah, if I remember correctly, yep, as ever. because those are the land octopuses, so naturally there's one of the big ones. Ambush shard should be nice. Alright. Yeah, I know you're there. I'm just trying to get a lock up. There we go. Okay. Yeah, because it's just going to sit there and chuck at us. I've not tried fire damage on you. How low is that? Not bad. It seems like any of them. Frost or fire works well on it. Okay, good to know. Cook it, or you can freeze it. But that should give you an idea of just how severe this area is going to take you. That's your warning. This is an area that is secret, hidden, and as such, they're not going to take it light on you. If anything, this is your biggest challenge. Vulgar Militia Saw. Well, we finally got something from one of them. A weapon comprised of a saw blade attached to a long grip. Brandished by the Vulgar Militia, its serrated edge is very effective at inflicting blood loss. The saw is said to also be used to cut up bodies to feed the militia, but there are no first-hand witnesses to confirm that dire rumor. So, if you were wondering why there's so many bloodstains, let me confirm that now. What you see up there is one of my most hated. Oh no, wait, it's just the. Okay. Another land octopus, nothing horrible. But it does have several of the Vulgar Militia here. Yeah. Yep. I tried to show it off. I tried to get away. I missed it. I overestimated how close I needed to be. Okay. And one more bloodstain. Add another bloodstain to it. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why there's so many bloodstains here, is because this whole region is just made of, well, they take the kid gloves off. You have to deal with this. So, though it's worth noting that the Vulgar Militia are definitely one of the threats here. Nice. And I wasn't taking it overly seriously, so that's fine. Kind of nice to be able to use Magma Shot. It's relatively cheap and like you see, we can damage it even through its healing, so. Yep. Up chucked at us. Okay. Now with it gone, we can now freely take out the Vulgar Militia in usual fashion. Oh, one at a time. Yeah, they've got the claw attack, but they're just mostly looking to overwhelm you. So, they become quite vulnerable to this. Man, that's got better range than I remember. Oh, wow! That sincerely has better range than I remember. Though it may have been adjusted, there was an update 1.09 got literally just like today or yesterday came updated, so I might just be remembering the old distance to it. I don't think they switched it, and I just misremember. Wouldn't be the first time. Still, like I said at the beginning, this is an area that's proving that this is where you're going to have to start to prove yourself. This is a hidden area. An area that was not meant for the average Tarnished to find. So, yeah, this is where the game is going to show you're going to have to work for it, folks. Yep. Ow. Yeah, wow. Nice. And the position we have it. Chug. Yeah. We're fine. It's mostly. Yep. There we go. Yep. Oh. Wow! I can't believe I just did that. Woo! Yeah, but this is why there's so much blood, so many blood stains here. It's really funny. Sorry, it's mostly funny to me just because of how silly the bad I'm doing. Funniest part about the whole situation is it's actually somewhat unnecessary. But some cause fallacy. Let's see. You know what? Old Faithful. Night Maiden's Mist. Yeah. Hey, if it's gonna just sit there and take it, I'm gonna let it. Hell, let's make it worse. Okay. Alright. I'm truly amazed how much damage they actually get out of that. The beast one. Hey, Savitum. How's it going? There we go. Okay. Though you might notice the other thing, the upside to dealing with all this idiocy and all these high-level enemies, the payout. Nah, I just got really lucky with that particular run-through, but yeah. The payout in this place is so much nicer than so many other areas in the lands between. Alright. And as we can see, there's more of the vulgar militia and the octopus. Which actually does... Which actually might be how they... The lore implications of the vulgar militia supposedly eat corpses, and the truth of the matter is they feed them to the land octopuses. Which makes me wonder if that's how the land octopuses get to so many areas. And no, I'm not a voice actor specifically. I've never done any voice work. How I talk. Behold up, then sink down. Ah. In other words, it's an offer detour, joy ahead. Ah. There we go. Okay. And this actually brings us up to the consecrated snowfields. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. And that's the path to the Holic tree. Also to the most irritating and frustrating part of the worst walking mausoleum in the entire game. It's actually it's funny how irritating it is. Alright. Remember how I said that the area above was kind of unnecessary? I was actually thinking of this area below, where what you'll want to do is equip some rainbow stones and make some more if you're running short. Here we go. Because there's an invisible path. It's literally invisible. So, your best suggestion is use rainbow stones ahead of you. Don't walk past them, because there are drops. Plus, it'll help you get back. And rainbow stones are cheap because by this point in the game, you'll have found plenty of them. But make no mistake, just being here is not... Yeah, I thought so. Just being here is not enough. Silver Scarab. Raises item discovery. A talisman facsimile of a scarab, the carrier of treasures and precious things. Well, we don't really need the cheaper FP, so item discovery is always welcome. What's it boosted from? That's 85 points, so that's not bad. Alright, so that's one way we can go. And yeah, again, lots of blood, because people don't pay attention. Slowly but steadily. Take your time. Yep. And if a rock drops, guess what? You can't go that way. Don't walk past your stones. And you're not in danger, so if you need to make more, simply go into your crafting. Rainbow stones. I can make 126 of them. I'll make another 30. Just to be sure. And off we go. Now, leave it. Okay. As you can see, there's some vulgar militia over there. Yep. And down there. It's worth noting that it's clear that the vulgar militia are the most staunch defenders of the holly tree. So, it's worth. That's simply something to realize. We're not welcome here, but none of us. Yeah. Thank you for the invincibility frames. Yep. Thank you for those invincibility frames. Ow. Chug. Yep. It's rough. And we're starting to get their armor set. And the sacramental bud. We've seen it many places and many times. An immature bud containing fresh blood, used materials for crafting, believed to originate from a strain of buds cultivated with youthful sacramental blood. So the basic crystal bud is found in Liurnia Lake because that's what these buds are meant to collect resources, so to speak. They collect the blood, or what's local, as plants do, and plants always simply take what's in nature. That's a big factor of this game and this game world, is the idea that what is introduced into nature alters its nature. And that this world changes to suit what they need. Again, it's one of the reasons I tend to believe that the true translation, so to speak, of Melania's Great Rune is not technically rot so much as alteration or terraforming, which is a concept that would be completely unknown to a more medieval society. Because the concept of an entire world becoming desolate and needing to be terraformed or changed completely. Alright, we just have to trust. Yep, and it's probably, yep. More. Nope, that's not a fake wall. Yeah. Ahead or down? Well, since we can't go, since there's nowhere to go there, I'm going to throw the light on. Take a quick chug just so like that. Free hit. So I just get the feeling there's an ambush down there. No. A hero's rune. Well, And it doesn't look like there's anywhere we can go anywhere else, so... But yeah. Ah. Well, we have Comet. There we go. And we'll get the magma shots. Whoop. Yep. 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 Okay, anywhere else? Anyone secondary to jump me? No. Yeah, there. As I say, I'm sure there's someone else. How about over here? Anything else? Because if it's just the octopus, I'm not that scared. Alright, we got our free hit. Got it. Free damage. Old Fang. Strip of white flesh. And the Vulgar Militia armor. Let's see, how light is it? There it is. Armor worn by lean, mean, and filthy militiamen, freshly singed battlegrounds effusing the stench of the dead, forbidden lands that will be excised from the memory of history. This is where the vulgar militia serve as untiring, unsung watchkeepers, who will later be known as pygmies. Heavy door is opened. Yeah, you little guy don't pay much. There we go. There's the boss. Ambush ahead, that regret. Yeah, Comet should be fine. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Come on. I know you're there. There we go. Nothing for nothing. It makes sense then to me that the pygmies, and that these guys become the pygmies of Dark Souls 1. The easily forgotten. That you don't see until, and you don't see them until 3. And specifically the DLC end of 3. It really does make sense to me that they're the connecting tissue. Alright, there's the boss. Yeah. Let's see if we can't find a shortcut. Or make a shortcut for ourselves. Because Going through all that to get to the boss, only to die, would not be. Ooh, Spelldrake Talisman +2. Okay. Do I have a branch? Nope. Damn. Okay, with what I have, yeah, Mimic's gonna be my best bet. God ahead, didn't expect Strange Sort. Mimicry ahead. Beware of mimicry, therefore no armament. Mimic. How's my health looking? Oh. Okay, it is just a... Okay. Okay. Stray, Mimic, Tier. Okay, so... There we go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, so this is just where one of the... Black Flame Monk among. Who is he? Oh! And Amon swore fealty to the god-slaying Black Flame, and so became the first fire monk to turn traitor. Or perhaps it is better said that he fled from the giant's flame out of cowardice. Okay. Actually, that's interesting. Because I had, from a lore perspective, that's really interesting. Because that means the Black Flames... And there's the death root he was guarding. So the Black Flames were born of the fire monks. So the nobles, the Godskin nobles, are all born of the Lomite Queen. Interesting, actually. Because that explains how she spread. Which actually is really kind of interesting because we've reached this place. We've reached the north, and in the north there is something interestingly implicated in the fact that both Marika and the Lomite Queen come from the north. Alright. And move up the faith so I don't require the faith icon so I can still cast. So that puts us at what? Because memorize spell, this required 10 faith, yep. So we can now unequip and switch this from the 2 fingers up to Stargazer or anything else we really want. Extra FP, that's not bad, but not really worth it. Spelldrake +3. Even just casting spell casting time. Yeah, that's not a huge reduction in HP. And the extra FP is and the extra spell. Yeah, we'll try it out for a bit. Rhymed Roa. Yeah, folks. We're on the consecrated snowfields, more specifically, the western side of it. And here, a spirit. Show me the path, O gentle lights. The promised path to the holly tree. So there's your hint. The lights in the snow, they'll guide you. You can wander out there, but This is a Souls game. Feel free to wander at your leisure. Just don't complain and expect anyone to feel sorry for you when it backfires. And Grace? Note, this Grace isn't pointing you anywhere. You're just... Unlike here, where it directed us to the top of Castle Sol, which was a bit bizarre, really, if you think about it. What was at the top of Castle Sol that needed us to be directed? When and where you do get grace from the guidance of grace can tell a lot about the story. Because to me, our guiding grace isn't... Oh. And some of the wandering aristocrats are even out here. They've truly come many ways to look for resources. Yep. And more of the slugs. Follow the trees. Oh. Alright. There we go. Somber smithing stones. Nice. And like the ghost said, follow the stone paths, follow the lights. Nope. Sorry, buddy. I was gonna let you be, but if you aren't going to... But yeah. You're free to wander. And yet another giant cart. Bringing something. But yeah. Oop. Yeah, nope. And we haven't really seen too much of these assassin types. Hey, doggo. Oof. Yeah. Upside is payout in this area is so much higher than a good chunk of the lands between. So it is totally worth it. It's just, you're gonna have to put up with everything two-shotting you for a while. I could take the glintstone spells consume. Yeah, I wasn't really using spells. We'll just do casting time. You know what? Power. If I can kill you in one shot, then I don't need to worry about anything else. So for now... And yes, you can use Torn here. I'm not just because I want to get a more thematic feel in this area. Because just running around on your horse, you can miss all sorts of interesting details. But yeah. And yes, there is a punishment if you skip over. Rhymed crystal buds, yeah. That's another example of how these buds alter themselves and adapt to the environment. Though it's interesting to note that those buds don't really look like a normal flower. If anything, what they resemble are the plants they grow from Melania's from the bloom of Kaled and Melania's. Which makes me wonder, which is one of the reasons I believe that the true translation of Melania's room is more adaptation. Herself and the world around her adapting to the ow. Yep. love it. And oh, this hurts. Eh, not as much as I'd like, but hey. Yeah. A Kaiden armor, very nice. This is where they're from, after all, so it makes sense that these guys are up here. But yeah, the cart's now passed. We could go chasing it, but, well, that's very likely going to lead us to trouble. I'll put it that way. Right? Like they said, follow the lights. They'll lead you where you need to go. Alright. Nope. You can shut up. You're not telling everyone where I am. Another golden seed for an early version, an early twig of the I keep wanting to call it the arch tree. It's the Erd tree for now. But it's clear that it's not the source of all the arch trees, because we see similar arch trees all over the place. And this will direct us to yet another catacomb. Alright. And yep. More of these guys. Wow. A golden rune 13. Okay, only a little further now. Show me the path, O gentle lights. The path to Elphael? Elphael. It'd be simple to assume that they just mean another name for the Holic tree. Ah. And there's your fake out. He's carrying a light. He's not one of the lights you're looking for. At least I'm pretty sure. Okay, no, he is one of the lights. Then there's more over here. And yeah, we'll just keep following the lights for now. Alright. There's lots of lights here. This must have been an expedition at one point. These souls sent out here into the dark. Whether specifically by the Golden Order, or just as equally a chance on the orders of others. Okay. This looks like more backtracking. So, see if there's any other lights. Nothing this way or this way. Nope. So that's not the path. And one more banner then, following the tunnel. I don't believe you can open... Yeah, you can't open it without killing the giants. Yeah. Who I feel for being stuck lugging this thing through the snow. It's got to be miserable. But they've all long since lost their minds. Yep. So they can't really feel anything as far as we're aware. Problem is, I think we've about hit the point where the lights stop. And this is as far as they go. It is worth noting, though, note that they're a type of giant we've not seen before. Covered in fur with those tendrils sticking out of their head. Though they still have the missing chest cavity, empty but for a tablet, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, they're... Yeah. Huh. And these ones are barely... Is it just from the position I'm at? Yeah, no, it's just from the position I'm at. But yeah. They're exhausted. But yeah, they do have the tablet. That's all that's animating them. We saw plenty of those tablets in the Queen's bedchamber. They're just piled up there. And a cliff. Yeah. So we've definitely lost. We're definitely lost at this point. Which, there's a problem with being lost in this snowfield. So we're just gonna ride it out. Oh, okay. Here's a light. A light. And some more. Okay. We just got turned around? Probably. Okay. Here we go. Out of the blizzard. And to another snow. Okay. So we just got... I thought it was... I forgot that it was a little odd. Because the whole one leading you to El Fayel is a completely different thing. This is one that leads you... Yep. More to the north. The road will lead you to... Because there's a Dragonkin soldier that I believe is largely invisible that will attack you if you go in the blizzard completely. So, of course, me being me, I've long since, in my first playthrough, I hunted it specifically because I could. And yeah. Oh. That means there's somebody invading, usually. Yep. Anastasia the Tarnished Either. Okay. Yeah. Dressed as a figure lady, she looks to... forgot this version actually is a bit smarter. There we go. Yep. What's funny to me, it will remain that she, if I'm not mistaken, she's the one she's the faux finger, yeah. Yeah. She's dressed as a finger maiden, interestingly enough. Nice. The reason being, finger maidens would be welcomed by most tarnished. And this time she had something truly, truly good. Somber ancient dragon smithing stone. Ancient dragon rock smithing stone drained of color. A scale of the ancient dragon lord and hidden treasure of Farum Azula. The ancient dragon lord's seat is said to lie beyond time. This stone lightly twists time, allowing the creation of a weapon capable of slaying a god. So, we get the true form of what somber smithing stones are, which is basically a dragon fang. Up till now, and you'll note, it's similar to what, yeah, because now, okay, so this is a true dragon fang from an ancient dragon, representing the pinnacle of their power. This is only a fragment of what an ancient dragon could wield. Though it's worth noting that regular smithing stones they start off looking like regular rock. Maybe fragments of the fragments of the Erd tree, like something similar to a rune arc etched into them. And as they get larger, you can make out more. Then it stops. It changes. Every 2 levels, you start to gain something different. In this case, it looks bloody. Here, it regains the golden coloration, and then here it becomes blue, with an almost starry pattern. Again, it retains there. Up to 24, so then we've not received the material Stone 9 for the maximum of 25. Stone used to smith a variety of armaments. Found in a polar region, it is semi-vitrified. Sorry, I just had to check the clock. Alright. But I wanted to talk about that because it's interesting how there are various things to note about here. Also, a whole pack of wolves just out and about living their lives. Alright, and the stone should be somewhere up ahead. The map stone to my east. There it is. At the foot of yet another, what I would call an arch tree. Yeah. Alright. The consecrated snowfield map. Take a look. This is a huge open plain. And this is said to lead to our ultimate goal, the Hauling Tree. This is also one of the highest level areas in the game. Even more so than the capital, everything here has a payout and strength equivalent to what you might expect. But this place is also one of the most brutal. Yes, your eyes aren't deceiving you. There are people riding these wolves. People who live up here in the frozen north. Though their humanity is up for debate for some. These are the Albinorics. They look like Albinoric women. They're capable of riding and taming these wolves. And not just any wolves, the greater dire wolves. And they are excellent snipers. I will say that right now. They are excellent snipers. And here we find a village I have much to talk about. A city, Ordina Liturgical Town. Because I truly believe that if you're to understand the story of Marika, this is the place you need to study. Because it's one of two places to understand. There's a second one I want to go to now. To give us a preface, because I don't have enough time today, or at least right now, before I have to start getting ready for work, to... Oh wait, how much is this for a level before I do this? Yeah. I should have enough for it. I should have something to be able to pop to just grab a level. Lord's Rune is 50,000. 15. Alright. So we have enough there. We get some more decks. We have plenty of stamina, so yeah, we'll move dexterity up to... We'll move dexterity probably up to 30, and then start getting more vigor in mind again. Okay. But there's one other place we would need to go. I don't know if we'll make it before I run out of time, but I want to at least try. Because last time we were here, we kept focusing on going to the left. And all the areas around there. However, the reason I did that is because to the right is something a little rough. It's understandable that demi-humans are up here. They're not welcome in many of the southern lands, so they would try their best to make a life here. And to the... There's multiple areas we can go to the east here, but the most focused one I want to focus most on is actually up this way. Yes, the giants are getting up. Because up here, to the east part, is a lake. A lake covered in a frozen lake. Alright, and when you're on the lake for a while, there's a threat that comes. Oh, Spirit Caller Cave. We'll come back to this. Because this, again, lots of implications. The North is the area. The reason the Forbidden Land was forbidden is because the North reveals all sorts of secrets. Alright. And up here, behold, Borealis, the freezing fog. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, oof, a dragon of frostbite. Yeah. So yeah, this is one of those impressively. But yeah, we found Spirit Caller Cave, so that's one area. No, I don't want to go. Yeah, but you basically got a time limit till Borealis finds you. Because no matter where you are, he'll show up. He's actively hunting. Yeah, he's there on the lake. But, and yeah, the lake itself is plenty dangerous. Because there's frozen lobsters all over it. Yeah, and they snipe like nobody's business. Yep. Oof. That's just why I take the rock path. Because hopefully that blanks out some of it. Alright, we made it. What I was looking for up here. On the other side of the lake. And we made it. The first church of Marika. Which should beg the question, wait, several questions honestly. Wait, the first Church of Marika? Melina has words of us from this.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
I'm interested.
In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors. Hark, my Lord Godfrey. We commend your deeds. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin, an epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden Ring for the age of the Erd Tree. We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I traveled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent, too. Thank you, Torrent. Please continue to lend your aid. Till the end.
So, this is the first Church of Marika. First off, that should make a point of, why is it in a place that's forbidden? If this would be the first place Marika had a church dedicated to her. Why is it somewhere that people aren't allowed to see? Because there are only 3 dedicated churches. There's this one, the second church, if I can zoom, here on the Atlas Plateau. And finally the third, all the way in Limgrave. Let's assume they were made in that order. That means Marika acted, did things, became known all the way out here in the north long before she came south to the Erd Tree. Before it was a thing. So to create her Erd Tree, she needed to first handle the giants up here. But the thing is, as it said, she had the guidance of grace already, the ability to guide with grace already. And then there's the liturgical town, or Dina. Liturgical generally meaning liturgy, works of the church that are done publicly. I keep looking at the clock because I'm running out of time before I have to start getting ready for work. There's so much good stuff here now. Oh well. Still, folks, there's a lot to go into, but yeah. Welcome to the North. This is where secrets come to be revealed. And I hope you all will join me as I continue to plumb the depths and the darkest truths of Elden Ring. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and I will see you all next time on more of this, or maybe something else. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.